Okay, and let's see questions for part 2. Okay, so this one you need to do a little bit more calculation. Okay, I think the how to say, the view factor is an interesting topic. Okay, because it tests our understanding, then it tests our creativity also. Okay, so question 1, determine the view factor f12 and f21. So given surface has a radius of 1 meter, so surface 1 and surface 2. So from here, okay, based on the 5 remarks I share with you in the second part of the lecture, it's very clear f12 equals to 1, because surface 1 is flat, so f11 in this case is 0. Okay, because the cell view factor for a flat surface is equal to 0. Okay, then but surface 2 is a convex. It's a it's a concave. It's a concave surface. Okay. So in this case, surface 2 with respect to surface 1, it is a concave surface. So since it is concave, so the f22 has value. Okay, f22 doesn't equals to 0. So you cannot get you cannot get the answer directly. You need to do some calculation. So how to get f21? So we need to first calculate surface area for area 1 and area 2. So 1 is a circle, so it's pi r square. Then surface 2 is a hemisphere. So hemisphere, we know that surface area for a sphere is 4 pi r square. So since it's a hemisphere, so it's half, so it's 2 pi r square. So we get 2 pi. Then using reciprocal rule, A1 F12 equals to A2 F21. Then from there we can get F21. So F21 equals to A1 over A2 F12, because F12 equals to 1, and A1 over A2 is pi over 2 pi, that is half. So we get F21 equals to 0.5. So very simple, right? Okay, then next, Q12. Why F12 equals to 1? I explained already in the lecture. F12 is a flat surface. F12 is a flat surface. In this case, you only have 2 surfaces. Okay, so summation rule, F11 plus F12 equals to 1. F11 plus F12 equals to 1. Summation rule. And in this case, it's very clear because surface 1 is flat. So F11 equals to 0. Then F12 equals to 1. Okay. Check back my part 2 of my lecture. Okay. I'll move to question 2. Question 2, you need to use, question 2 is also quite straightforward actually. You need to use, what rule is that? I can't remember the name. this is a composite. You have surface 1, and here you need to add, name this as surface 3. So you don't even need to bother this. You can just ignore this part 4. So this 1, 2, here you add it as 3. Okay, then here you don't bother to consider it. Also, you can solve this problem. Okay, question 3, no. Question 3, you need to consider that. Okay, now let's see question 2 first. Okay, in this case, you will see F213, 213. Okay, F213 we have learned already. What rule is that? I can't remember. I need to recall. Superposition rule, yeah. It's called superposition rule. So using superposition rule, so you get this equation. F213 equals to F21 plus F23. Okay, then you don't even need to use A. Okay, and in this case, we see F12 equals to F21. Why? Because from the reciprocal rule, you know, if A1 equals to A2, then you know F12 equals to F21. Okay, but if surface 1 and surface 2, they both have different surface area, then you cannot assume this one. This is wrong. If A1 not equals to A2, then you need to use reciprocal rule to get their relationship. What is the relationship between F12 and F21? But in this case, it's very clear. A1 equals to A2, so you can use this equation directly. So you can substitute F21 with F12 because they are the same. So that's why when we move on, this equation, okay, let's say this equation 1. So equation 1 becomes F12 equals to F213 minus F23. Okay, and I think you roughly get F213 equals to 0.33. Then you get F23 equals to around 0.3. Then you get F12 equals to 0.03. Okay, you see, you have a look on this. Actually, surface 1 and surface 3, they have the same surface area. But you see, quantity of the amount of radiation falls on surface 3 is much bigger, because you see F13, where is it? So it's not F13, F23. F23 in this case is 0.3. F23, they are adjacent to one another. Okay, but the amount of radiation falls on surface 1 is very less. It's only 0.03, meaning only 3%. But 30% of radiation emitted by surface 2 falls on surface 3. Why? Because they are closer. Because 2 and 3, they are adjacent to one another. But surface 1 is very far away from surface 2. So although surface 1 and surface 3, they have same surface area, but you see amount of radiation falls on surface 1 is far less as compared to surface 3. Okay, so that's why we say view factor depends on geometry. View factor also depends on how you arrange the two surface. It's geometry and also what is that? The factor. Geometry and let me check. If you have question, I want you to unmute yourself and ask, because I don't have time to check all those messages.
And orientation, Doctor.
Sorry?
Doctor said geometry and orientation.
Yes, orientation. Geometry is about the shape. Orientation is the arrangement, susunan. Correct. Thank you. So, view factor depends on geometry. That is the shape. So geometry is like a surface area, also geometry. But orientation. So in this case, you see orientation plays a very important role. Okay, you see although surface 1 and surface 3, they have same geometry, same because the shape is the same and surface area is also the same, but because they have different orientation as compared to surface 2, so that's why their view factor is very much different. Okay, let's proceed to question number 3. Question number 3. Question number 3, you see actually it's the same, but now surface 2 has changed the position. And because of that, the solution becomes more complicated. Okay, I haven't checked your answer, so I don't know if any of you got the right answer. Okay, this is the solution. It's more complicated. You need to come up with 2 equations. Okay, to come with 2 equations. You see, surface 1, surface 2. Okay, how can we solve that? Okay, let's name this as surface 3. Okay, this part is 3, and this part, the next to 2 is surface 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so A24 is the big surface. Okay, A24, so F2413 from big to big. Okay, F2413, A24 F2413 equals to A24 F241 plus A24 F243. Okay, this is what we call, what rule is that? I always forget. Superposition rule. Okay, we use superposition rule. Okay, this is actually superposition rule, and move to it. Okay, let's check. Out of these 3, F2413, can we get it from the chart? Yes, because 2413 they are adjacent. So this part is safe. Green. Okay, I color it as green. Okay, make it bigger. Okay, because F2413 we can get it from the chart, so this part considered solved. Because A24 we can also get it. A24 is 3 times 2, so 6 meters square. And let's see, 241, F241, can we get it from the chart? No, because 241 they are not adjacent. So this part, no solution yet. And 243, can we get it from the chart? Yes, because they are adjacent. So this part also safe already, consider solved. Okay, then this green, 243 also green already. So we need to break this 241. Okay, 2, 4, 1. So now this part we break it into 2. 2, 4, 1, we break it into 2, 1 plus 4, 1. Okay, from 2, 4, 1, we break it into 2, 1 plus 4, 1. Okay, let me tell you one very important thing. Okay, in this case, F is very important. I don't want you to get confused. Okay, in this case, this is wrong. Okay, this is wrong. We cannot say F2, 1 plus F4, 1 equals to F2, 4, 1. It's wrong. Okay, but the opposite is correct. The opposite is, okay, this is wrong, but this is correct. Give me some time. F2, 1. If F1, 2 plus F1, 4 equals to F1, 2, 4. Okay, this is correct. Okay, this is correct. If F1, 2, this is superposition rule. F1, 2 plus F1, 4 equals to F1, 2, 4. This is correct. This is superposition rule. But if you say F2, 1 plus F4, 1 equals to F2, 4, 1, this is wrong. Okay, so very easy we get confused. So superposition rule should be, the key is, how to say, the bigger surface that is broken into 2, excuse me, that is broken into 2 need to be at the back. Okay, you see, this superposition rule, you see the bigger surface is 2, 4. Okay, 2, 4. So the correct one is F1, 2 plus F1, 4 equals to F1, 2, 4. This is superposition rule. But if the opposite is the bigger surface is at the first, you see F2, 1 plus F4, 1, then this is wrong. This is not superposition, this is wrong. Okay, so this is something you need to take note. But the problem is, if you make it like this, if you plus an A, so instead of directly using the superposition rule, you mix superposition rule and reciprocal rule, then it can be used. So in this case, if you put A2, okay, A2 F21 plus A4, A2 F21, A2 F21 plus A4 F41 equals to A24 F241. Then this is correct. Okay, so you see this part is same as this part. A4 F241 equals to A2 F21 plus A4 F41. That is this part. Okay, I'll continue first. If you have a question, you can ask later. Okay, now we are here. You see, this part contains the F21 that we want to find. Of course, we want to find F12, but we can always use superposition rule to get F12. And in this case, the good news is F12 equals to F21 because surface 1 and surface 2 have the same shape and same surface area. So in this case, A2 F21 can be used. That is what we want to find. Okay, so if we arrange, we move it here, we get A2 F21 equals to A24 F2413 minus A24 F243 minus A4 F41. Okay, so this one solve, this one solve. Why? Because F2413 can be obtained from the chart. F243 can also be obtained from the chart. And now we have a problem. And this part, A2 we have, because A2 is equals to 3 meters squared. And F21 is equals to F12. Then is what we want to find. And now the problem is F41. F41. 1 and 4, they are not adjacent. So F41 cannot be obtained using the chart. So now how? Then we need to come out with an equation which involves F41. Okay, to solve this problem simultaneously. So how? Let's have a look here. We see A4 F413. You see 4. Okay, this surface 4, this 1 is 3. 4, 1, 3, they are adjacent, right? So A4 F13 in this case, now you use superposition rule. A4 F13 equals to, okay, to make it simpler, because all of them involve surface 4 only. So actually A no need. I can use superposition rule directly. Okay, let me delete the A so that you can see it clearer. Okay, superposition rule, F413 equals to 41 plus 43. Okay, then F14, because we want to find F14. F14, because F413 we can get from the chart. F43 can also be obtained from the chart because they are adjacent. So F41 is what we want to find, is here. Okay, so F41 equals to F413 minus F43. Both can be obtained from the chart. So now we can get F41. Okay, so you substitute equation 2 into 1, then you can get this. Now F41 is solved already. A4 you know, so you can get A2 F21. Then from there you can solve F12. So that's the solution. So I don't have all those values, so you need to solve it yourself. Okay, now I open for question.